Hey fellowship, it's Richele here with another mental health moment. And I just want to share that I'm fully aware, I am right here with you, that these days that we are living in currently are beyond our control. And sometimes when things are outside of our control, that can certainly stir up some anxiety. And I think for me, I know I told my husband the other night that if I just knew how long this may be, then I could make a plan for it, right? I could create a to-do list of moving forward, and I would have an awareness of what needs to be done to make that happen. But none of us, actually, none of us have navigated days like these, and so we have no sense of understanding or amount of control that we can give into days like these that we are living. And so sometimes I think it's really helpful if we can, instead of going to the what ifs or the threats that anxiety brings to us of what might happen if this happens, or what will I do, how will I survive if this takes place, instead of expending a lot of emotional energy towards that end that we don't know and can't control, I think it's really helpful if we can make some plans for areas of our life that we can control. And so I might have questions like, man, how long is this going to be? I wish I would know. I would like to put a stamp on that and make plans for that. Or man, I would love to be able to have some control over limited finances or have control regarding my own physical health. But when those areas are out of my control, it's really helpful then to make a plan for places in my life that I can manage. So that's taking, instead of using all of my emotional energy on these areas that I can't control, it's putting emotional energy towards some areas that I can manage. So for example, I think it's really helpful in these days of isolation to make some plans of support. So I'm going to name some trusted friends that I'm going to reach out to and connect with in these days that I can manage. I can manage that I'm going to reach out for support, or I'm going to consider how each day I might be able to do something that gives some care or love to myself. So, for example, that may be like, I'm going to get outside and take a walk around the block a couple of times a day even, or I'm going to ensure that I go out and exercise. Or there's a closet that every time I open it, it does seem to be a bit of cringe for me, and so I'm going to manage that closet over this isolation period. Or I'm going to learn to cook something new that I haven't before. I'm going to try to make some sushi at home. Those sorts of things. It helps us to move from where the anxiety is all of our reality and overtaking our reality to there are more parts of my reality, and I can seek to manage them or to put some positive energy towards those. And so I want to encourage you to try that as we move and navigate through these days. And in addition, I want to leave you with something else that you can certainly manage, and that is go to a worship song that you really appreciate or resonate with, and set a timer that every day at 2 o'clock I'm going to play that song. That's something I can manage. I can put my energy, my mental and emotional energy towards that. And then I think we'll find that though these days are beyond our control, though these days are unknown and don't have clear answers to as of yet, there is something that we can hold to, and that is that Jesus is never leaving us or forsaking us, that he truly is a God who is an ever-present help in trouble. And so that I cannot control this, but I can manage to go to the Father, and so that's where I'll put my energy. So friends, will you join with me in attempting to make a plan today, moving forward, that this is something I can manage? I will read a chapter in a book. I will pursue cleaning this area of my home. I will pursue making sure that I get out for a walk each day. Something of that sort that will bring some care to yourself.